Hi, Ruby and Andrew. I'm making this video for both of you because I was realizing that Andrew has been doing the earlier videos that I made for Ruby, and so I thought, well, for this one, I'll just say hi to both of you. So hi, Ruby. Hi, Andrew. I'm glad you guys are practicing. We are on page 23 and on number 83, which is called 4x4. Okay, and you'll notice the yellow box at the top of this page says your fourth finger is often used to match the pitch of the next highest open string, creating a smoother tone and fewer changes between strings for bowing. Okay, so as you get more and more advanced, some of the time you're going to use your fourth finger instead of an open finger. Okay, so let me show you. So if I play fourth finger on my D, it's the same as the note A. Okay? So sometimes if I'm playing really fast, I don't want to have to mess around with a string cross. I just want to stay on the same string. Okay, so that's one reason that we use fourth fingers. Okay, so at your lesson, I didn't look ahead to see that was what was coming. So I don't know that I want you to play too many fourth fingers without me putting a tape on there to make sure you're getting it in the right place to start with. If you want to try it out a little bit, please feel free to, but don't play it out of tune a lot and get yourself in a bad habit. When we come back to school, I'll get you guys some fourth finger tapes to play with. Okay, so I'm gonna, even though it says 4, I'm gonna play it on here with an open A for today, okay? All right, so let's start with the 4x4, and I'm actually gonna clap it first and put my violin back down. Okay, so we're starting out with quarter notes. Ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 okay, and the second line is exactly the same as the first. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and play it the first time through, or the first line, excuse me. I'm going to pizzicato it and I'm going to say the finger numbers. On the second line, I'm going to grab my bow and play with my bow, and I'm going to say the note names instead of the finger numbers. Okay, so you do what you need to do. If you need to clap again, go ahead and do that. If you need to point at the notes, do that. If you need to pizzicato the whole thing, do that. If you need to play with your bow, you do, or if you're ready to play with your bow, then go ahead and do that. However you need to practice, and then rewind it and do it again. Okay, so here's the first line with pizzicato and finger numbers. Ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and... I forgot totally what I was doing, and I counted, and I also used 4. Let me try that again. Okay, ready, go. 2 on D, 2 on D, 3, 3, open A, here's A again, A, 3 on D, 3 on D, 2, 2. Okay, now I'm going to grab my bow, and I'm going to say the note names. Ready, go. F sharp, G, A, G, F sharp, E, D. Okay, all right, so for number 84, I'm going to go ahead and pizzicato this one. For now, if you need to clap it, please go ahead and do that. If you are ready, if you need to do pizzicato, do that. Okay, here's pizzicato on 84. Ready, go. 2 on D. Let me say that. We're starting 2 on D. Ready, go. 2, 2, open A, 3 on D, 2 on D, 2, open A, 3 on D, 1, open D. Okay, now I'm going to play that with my bow, and I'm going to say the note names. Ready, go. F sharp, A, G, F sharp, A, G, E, D. Okay, we got some eighth notes in number 85, so let's clap that one. Okay, so clap number 85 with me, please. Ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. I don't know if you can tell or not, but it is about 9 o'clock at night and my brain's tired and I'm making a lot of mistakes. I am so sorry. Do either of you know what I did wrong? I counted it in 4/4 when it is in 2/4. I'm going to do that again. Okay, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 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 3, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. Okay, I will try not to make any more mistakes, but I'm not going to promise. All right, so let's play that one, or let's pizzicato that one. So I'm going to say the finger numbers. We're starting with open D. Ready, go. D, 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 1, 2, 2, 1. Open A. Now to your 3 on D. 3, 3, 2, 1, 1. Open A. And then D. Okay, so you'll notice I slowed down so that we could get those eighth notes, but when I slow down those eighth notes, that means I need to slow down the quarter notes and the half notes too, so they seem a little bit longer, okay? Let me grab my bow. Okay, I'm going to take it at that slower tempo again with my bow, so it's going to seem like we're holding the quarters and half notes extra long. Here's our D. Ready, go. 1 and 2 and here's F, F, E, A, G, E, open A, D. Okay, so you'll see a box there where it talks about Beethoven, who composed the next song. And when we play it, you'll recognize it. Okay, when I see you back at school, come tell me a fact that you learned about Beethoven, okay? All right, so this one has quarter notes and half notes and a few eighth notes in there. Okay, so let's do it one line at a time, okay? So that first line is mostly quarter notes with a couple half notes. So I think I'm going to skip the clapping step and go right to the pizzicato, okay? So here is, we're going to pizzicato and I'll say our finger numbers. 2 on D, ready, go. 2, 2, 3, open A, 3 on D, 2, 1, open D, D, 1, 2, F, E, 2, 3, open A. Okay, I bet you guys recognize the song by now. Now let's add our bow. Okay, so make sure you have your good candy cane wrist, your thumbs on the tape, nice bow hand. Okay, I'm going to say note names this time, so we're starting with your second finger F sharp on your D string. Ready, go. F, F, G, A, G, F, E, D, D, E, F, F, E, okay, so that was the first line. As always, rewind that if you need to do that again. Okay, so on the second line, let's clap that one. I'm noticing I'm running out of time. I have to stop and make a part 2. Okay, let's do the second line. Ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, now let's do pizzicato, and I'll say the finger numbers. Okay, here's open A. Ready, go. A, 3 on D, 2, 1, open D, D, 1, 2, 1, open D, 1, 2, D, 1, 2, 3, 2, D. Okay, I know I only did it once, but please stop and do it on your own or rewind if you need to. Here it is with the bow. Okay, so I'm going to play, or I'm going to say the note names. Ready, go. A, G, F, E, D, D, E, F, E, D, E, F, D, E, F, G, F, E. Okay. All right, so the next line is similar. I'm going to go ahead and do it with my bow since I'm running out of time here. Please make sure that you do it pizzicato or clapping if you need to. I'm going to say the finger numbers. So here's 1 on D. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, D, 1, open A, 2 on D, 3, open A, 3, 2, 1, D, D, E, 1, 2, 1, D. All right, thank you for practicing.